What if I told you that the people who actually run Britain, from Tony Blair to Gordon Brown, and yes, the current Prime Minister, all pass through the same organization? An organization that never runs for election. It operates mostly behind the scenes. I'm not talking about the Freemasons, no. It's called the Fabian Society, and its methods are as old as they are clever. Not violent revolution, but slow, creeping change. The kind you don't notice until it's already too late. The Society's subtle influence has become a defining force in Britain. You can now trace its fingerprints on almost every major policy and initiative, every obscure quango, every, shall we say, questionable judge, every law that seems to go against public opinion. On the surface, it seems harmless, doesn't it? But in reality, it represented lethal patience and deadly efficiency. Why risk an alarming public uprising when slow, quiet infiltration is more effective? The Fabians, drawing in top intellectuals like Shaw and Wells, aimed to reshape society morally, cultivating the elite. The Society absolutely shaped the 1990s Labour government. In fact, almost the entire cabinet, Blair, Brown, Straw, Blunkett, Cook, were Fabian MPs, and it hasn't changed today. Just look at the list of key figures who passed through their ranks. Keir Starmer, Sadiq Khan, Yvette Cooper, Angela Rayner, David Lammy, Rachel Reeves, Emily Thornberry. The list is chillingly long. The Fabian Society is an organization dedicated to cultivating leaders and wielding influence across political parties, the House of Lords, the judiciary, and powerful social circles. Their ideology now reaches into every aspect of public life. Just look at 2024, when His Honour Judge Melbourne K.C., a known Fabian, sentenced Lucy Connolly to 31 months for so-called stirring up racial hatred. Critics argue these cases show how Fabian ideals have crept into the legal system itself, quietly reshaping what speech is allowed. And now, with new blasphemy-style laws on the books, even questioning certain ideologies could become illegal. Imagine being thrown into prison in 21st century Britain simply for criticizing a concept that barely had a presence here 20 years ago. These aren't random events, they're the slow, steady victories of Fabian gradualism. Change happens bit by bit, policy by policy, government by government. Their ideas permeate society, never quite enough to cause a revolution or an uprising. But when you look back, it takes no time at all for their ideology to become the new norm. The Fabian Society's ordinary methods, public records and polite discussions, are a strategic deception, deliberately making their gradual, profound institutional influence seem too boring and transparent to be a genuine conspiracy. For example, the online safety bill, its classic smoke and mirrors, but follow their logic to the extreme, and the ultimate goal is clear: dismantle the nation-state, erode capitalism step by step, replace it with a socialist, internationalist order. This is Marxism in slow motion. The wolf hides in sheep's clothing, the tortoise creeps forward, and one day it strikes. Only you never notice it strike because it's already happened. The Fabian Society doesn't need riots or revolutions. Instead, it disseminates literature, cultivates elites, and supports its fellow brothers and sisters, regardless of merit. It shapes laws, patiently it molds society, ultimately enforcing its will over the people. For over a century, it has been Britain's hidden hand. The question is, have they already won?